The idea of cross-platform has been around since the beginning of gaming. Since the simple fact of this becoming almost impossible, with multiple rivaling companies going head-to-head trying to best each other every single day with exclusivity deals and of course specific consoles. With this, however, developers of all kinds have started to pop up, creating ways in which we can all play together, regardless of what systems we play on. This is currently known as crossplay, and in this video we're going to discuss the pros and cons of crossplay and see what the future of it holds. Love it or hate it, Fortnite was the first real game changer of this demand, being the first hugely popular game to have adopted seamlessly the idea of players battling it out or teaming up with each other. Just a year prior to this, crossplay was but a glisten in gamers' eyes, and the only way friends could play together was if they happened to get the same console as each other for Christmas. Now, however, more and more games are being developed with crossplay in mind, games like Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Rocket League, Paladins, and more. Fortunately for gamers alike, more and more games are becoming cross-platform, and I'm not just talking about multiplayer shooters either, I'm talking co-op games. Now for people like me who have grown older and his friendship group kind of split off to different platforms, finding a partner for a good co-op game was difficult. Now however, I can play games like Sea of Thieves and State of Decay with more people than before, just because I can play with some friends on another console. Great, isn't it? This is not only great for gamers in that sense, but also because servers are now starting to be shared. Let's go back to 2010 with the release of Call of Duty Black Ops. In the opening week alone, the game sold close to 7 million copies, 4 million of which were on Xbox, 2.5 million were on PlayStation, and the remaining 300,000 were on PC and Nintendo systems. Now, at launch these numbers are huge, however they are all separated, and for platforms like PC and the Nintendo systems, matchmaking took much longer than on the console counterparts, with a release as successful as 2019's Modern Warfare, making 600 million in its first 3 days. All of those players have the potential to be playing together, meaning more balanced multiplayer matches and a more consistent experience throughout. With industry-leading companies paving the way for crossplay, and corporations like Sony finally bending the knee to allow developers a choice in the matter, through gritted teeth, gamers can expect a lot more from crossplay in the future. But is this enough? Gamers have been dreaming of a united platform for years, and while it's safe to say that with an industry so big it makes more money than movies worldwide, it is never going to happen. Even so, is this something we would even want? Let's dive into this a little bit deeper. Specifically, with Xbox and Sony, partnership has been few and far between. It is very much black and white when it comes to the two companies, and the communities of which they share. With the seemingly endless console war now reignited over the reveals of the new Xbox console and PlayStation's logo, it's clear to see that the two communities still share a hatred between each other, perhaps the only thing the two would ever agree on. The point being that gamers aren't yet ready for a collaboration of any kind, even if the companies themselves were to. We all know that each system has exclusives. A lot of Switch games are designed just for Switch, PlayStation games are pretty concrete on staying on PlayStation, and Xbox and Windows are kind of sharing most things nowadays, which makes sense, and I do thank Microsoft. It is about time. However, should a game be sectioned off from players just because they don't happen to share the same bit of plastic? Well, companies all believe that the answer to that question is yes, even if they claim to welcome it with open arms. Exclusives drive the sales of a console, be it games like Spider-Man and The Last of Us for PlayStation, or Gears of War and Halo for Xbox. But without these games, being pumped with millions of dollars by the company, there would be no reason to really own one over the other, unless you specifically preferred the controller or the UI. Exclusives, as annoying as they may be, are the very reason why people buy a console. And to validate their purchases, some people feel the need to belittle and ridicule others for being, in their opinion, inferior. I find it a shame, as amazing of an art form this is, there is still stigma surrounding gaming, and that people still feel the need to put down people just because of what console they have purchased. It's not fair for them, and it only damages ideas people have of gamers, and therefore affects the actions that these companies make as a result. Perhaps instead of hating a company because a game was once promised to be an exclusive, we should be happy that more people get to experience the game as a result, and that maybe even the game can release more content, having been granted a higher budget from all the purchases. It's about time people in the gaming community started appreciating what they had a little bit more, and start thinking more proactively about what sort of image they want their companies to have. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like this or want to see more, please take a look at some of my videos and even subscribe. See you in the next video, and again, thank you for staying till the end.